I made a video about those Monolith Encore speakers.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw
you did.
those, but
Yeah.
dude, I've been, those are the ones I've been like, I wish I could tell you guys. So I finally was able to release the video, and I'm super excited about those. Yeah, I think they're just awesome. And I remember one of the things I was like, I tested to see if the sub was on. Have you guys ever done that? Like, you're playing some speakers and you're like, make sure the subs aren't on. Have you ever had to do that? You have?
Yes. Yeah.
Michael, no?
I actually did that the other day. I was like, wait a second. Are these
Just to
subs
make
on?
sure, right?
That part
Yeah.
again?
Like, have you ever had to, like, have you ever been testing, like, some speakers and because you're hearing some bass, you're like, oh, let me make sure my subs aren't on because...
Oh, yeah. Sure.
So one guy commented that, like, yeah, right. Like, that's like, those are lies. That's like just marketing right there. Right? That's one of the comments I got. And I was like, have you like, bass is omnidirectional. You can't tell where it's coming from sometimes. And I was like, it's not like I was saying, if I played a movie,
yeah, it's not like
I wouldn't be able to tell whether it was. I'm just like, I'm playing a song, right? And it sounded like more bass than I was expecting, so I wanted to make sure my subs were off.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was like a debatable thing. I thought that was like, pretty common. Anyway, so those speakers are awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna do one on the floor standing speakers.
How awesome, Joe?
How awesome?
Is this if you want to get started in home theater with like a basic 5.0, 5.1, is this your go-to for like under $2,000?
It's crazy. It's kind of like now that we have all these measurements out, right? And hopefully Aaron gets some to review. It's kind of like, for me at least, maybe other people don't care, but it like keeps you on your toes, right? Like you don't want to recommend something that's like measures like pure garbage, right? Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, it's like, what if you just like them,
Yeah.
So it's tough. You don't want to make a recommendation where it's just because you like them versus where they're objectively like just really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say I'm confident in saying that I like them, and I think that they're going to measure well as well.
Yeah. I was really impressed with the Monolith series that I reviewed. It's been probably at least a year or two ago. It was like their mini towers, and they had the built-in Atmos. Now, the Atmos was the least like exciting part about that set, but just overall sound quality, I was really, really pleased with it. Didn't have a lot of bottom end, but as long as you paired it with a subwoofer, but again, these are mini towers. They're kind of bookshelfish kind of, but not even really as
stand mount.
Yeah, basically. So they're kind of like, well, I think they were calling them mini towers, but definitely great kind of bang for your buck kind of thing. So if your budget isn't really huge, but you want something that sounds good, so I could easily see where, this new series would sound great as well.
Yeah. I think they're kind of on a streak, right?
Yeah.
Like almost everything that they've been making are pretty much hits.
Yeah.
So,
for sure, Snoots.
What did Snoots say?
He says,
we all know Mike needs that bottom end.
Yeah. I do, man. I mean, it's hard for me to really enjoy a...
I really need that bottom end. There you go.
Michael, don't you think like you could probably build a monolith system that you would, be pretty happy? I mean, a complete system 100%. Too. HTP 1. They got all the speakers that are that you're saying are pretty good, and then they got subs.
Yeah. So. Like I mean, honestly, even the what was it, the 13-inch? Golly, that thing's a beast, man. It's a big old, like just it'll slam, and especially if you're able to do a pair of those, man.
I'm glad we both got to review those, because now I have an idea of like, we have a reference point. Like if you say those are pretty awesome, I've reviewed them and I thought they were pretty impressive. So at least I have an idea. So you want to test the 16?
No. I'll be honest, man. And Joe knows this. It takes a lot of work reviewing big, heavy monster subwoofers. I mean, even just getting it into your room. For me, I've got to bring it around from my garage all the way around the side of my house, go through the back door of the theater room, because the front door that's inside the house, it's like a half door. and the other half is blocked by my riser. So I can't open it up fully to get anything big through there. So I've got to come through the double sliding glass door,
Why don't you
which
work out
means
like Gene?
going,
You
which means going. Oh man, Gene ain't got nothing on me, man. I just throw my guns were hidden by my mic.
That's how small they are.
I mean, yeah, that's not.
Cover.
Don't
No, it's
say
all
that.
about perspective, man. It's perspective.
Yeah, Mike's like 5 feet back.
That's right. It's perspective, man.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.